For the headlines, 57 Lawmakers Inc. Manifesto rejecting Mindanao separation.
Kingdom of Jesus Christ Pastor Apollo Quiboloy accuses Philippine government of cooperating with US to eliminate him through rendition.
Senator Risa Hontiveros warns Quiboloy of contempt charges.
Statement of Vice President Sara Duterte regarding alleged acceptance of firearms released by her office.
Activist Jed Tamano and Janila Castro post bill for oral defamation charges. Bringing you the latest news for tonight. I am KRIZZA LOPEZ.
And I am LAYAGUIN. This is your TV News Thread. For the stories, a total of 57 lawmakers have recently signed a manifesto turning down the proposal and calls for Mindanao secession. More of the story on this report. A total of 57 lawmakers, from which 53 are from Mindanao, have signed a document showing united decision and call to reject the proposed separation of Mindanao from the Republic of the Philippines. In the document entitled Unified Manifesto of Mindanao Congressmen for National Integrity and Development, the elected representatives of different Mindanao districts firmly opposes secession proposals, all while also urging Mindanaoans to support a united, equitable, and thriving Philippines as a sole country. It can be recalled that the Mindanao secession idea first came from former President Rodrigo Duterte following his criticism towards the current president. One of those who signed the said manifesto is Lanao del Norte 1st District Representative Cali Dimaporo, in which he described the calls for Mindanao secession as taking 2 steps backward. He emphasized that Mindanao over the years has displayed gradual progress, and the call for independent Mindanao is like going backwards again from that progress. Further noting call for unity amid proposals for Mindanao secession, these lawmakers have also expressed conviction in attaining Mindanao's autonomy, recognition, and development, all while still maintaining a united and sovereign Philippines. Under the collectively signed manifesto, the lawmakers also calls for diligent prosecution of individuals who threatens and betrays integrity of the nation by pushing calls for division. Aside from the 53 Mindanaoan lawmakers, 3 party list lawmakers and a Visayan lawmaker has also signed the said manifesto. This is Mia Layagin for EuroTV News.
The self-proclaimed appointed son of God, Pastor Apollo Quiboloy, reveals that United States is plotting a rendition instead of extradition against him in cooperation with the Philippine government. More details on my report. Amid the accusations of human trafficking and sexual abuse cases in the Philippines, Kingdom of Jesus Christ Pastor Apollo Quiboloy also accused the Philippine government of allegedly collaborating with the United States to eliminate him and his officials. In the audio recording released by Quiboloy, based on his reliable source, the U.S. authorities, including the Central Intelligence Agency or CIA and the Federal Bureau of Investigation or FBI, are planning to conduct rendition instead of extradition.
Press conference ang tatawagin ko ngayon. Pero dahil nanganganib ang buhay ko, ay hindi po muna ninyo makikita ang aking pagmumukha. Ang akin lang po munang boses ang inyong maririnig.
According to Quiboloy, the Philippines is conspiring under the leadership of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and First Lady Luis Araneta Marcos with U.S. to arrest him. The rendition is imposed on an individual with a serious case where the suspect will be forcibly arrested from another state.
Na ayaw na raw po nila ng extradition treaty. Ang kanila daw pong gagawin ng CIA, ng FBI, ng US Embassy at State Department, kasabwat ng ating gobyerno, ng Pangulong Marcos at ng First Lady at kung sino pa man ang nasa gobyerno, ako ay rendisyon ng kanilang gagawin.
The pastor expressed concern about constant surveillance of his compound, including the flying of drones, causing fear among his companions. He voiced apprehensions that U.S. authorities might attack his residence at any time, potentially amounting to kidnapping.
Sabihin po, anumang oras pwede lang pasukin ang aking compound at ako ay kidnapin. It's not only rendition but also elimination. If it is possible, pwede nila akong i-assassinate.
Quiboloy made several accusations, including the U.S. offering a $2 million or 100 million pesos reward for his arrest and plans to plant evidence against him.
Po ngayon, may patong na $2 million or 100 million pesos ang ipinatong sa ulo ko. Baka yan ay madagdagan pa kung may maunang makapatay sa akin. Ano ang nangyayari sa bansa natin? Ngayon, mga kababayan, ay meron pa pong gagawin daw sila sapagkat meron na daw silang search warrant. Pagkatapos daw, isi-search ang aming lahat ng compound. At hindi daw kami papayagan na merong witness na sasama. At ang balita namin, kung ito'y totoo, sa reliable source ay nagsasabi na paplantingan daw kami ng bomba, guns, and drugs sa aming mga compound.
Quiboloy asserts readiness to face extradition with 20 lawyers from both the Philippines and the U.S. reportedly preparing for the legal proceedings. In December 2023, the U.S. rescheduled the trial for the cases involving Quiboloy to November 5th of the current year. This is KRIZZA Lopez for EuroTV News. Meanwhile, after the subpoena for Pastor Quiboloy was out, Senator KRIZZA Hontiveros warns Quiboloy that he will be cited for contempt for declining to attend the next hearing. More details on my report.
Our next hearing is on March 5, and if Mr. Quiboloy does not show up, I will cite him in contempt and have him arrested.
Senator KRIZZA Hontiveros warned Kingdom of Jesus Christ leader Apollo Quiboloy that he will face contempt charges if he continues to avoid attending the Senate's invitation for the next hearing related to alleged human trafficking and sexual abuse within the church. Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri has authorized the issuance of a new subpoena against Quiboloy after he failed to attend the hearing under the Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality.
Huwag pong pa-victim.
Quiboloy has been represented by his lawyers at the hearings and has refused to appear before the Senate, challenging the senators to take the matter to court if they want to confront him directly.
Namon ko na kayo, punta kayo sa korte. Ayaw ninyo, ikaw, KRIZZA Hontiveros, ikaw, kayong tatlo dyan na nasa kongresong puro leftist. Inahamon ko kayo, sabi ko, pumunta kayo sa korte sapagkat ang SMNI walang kasalanan, ginurgur ninyo sapagkat idinadawit ninyo kami sa politika.
This is KRIZZA Lopez for EuroTV News.
On other news, the Office of the Vice President releases a statement regarding the involvement of the Vice President on receiving gun bags from Quiboloy. According to VP Sara, she already anticipates more accusations against her. Our senior news correspondent Vanessa Cleofas has more details.
After the recent involvement of the names of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte and Vice President Sara Duterte in the alleged receipt of firearms from the controversial Pastor Apollo Quiboloy, Vice President Sara has issued a statement regarding the implicated issue. According to the Vice President, she is not surprised and she anticipates more accusation to be thrown at her.
Ng Pilipinas, naging kagawian na ang pag-atake at pagbato ng sari-saring issue laban sa Vice Presidente. Marahil sapagkat ang Vice Presidente ang tumatayong pangunahing hadlang sa mga nangangarap maging Pangulo.
That was the statement released by VP Sara after being implicated in the issue of allegedly receiving firearms from Quiboloy at Glory Mountain. She mentioned that such accusations are no longer surprising. The Vice President also expects an increase in emerging cases accusations, witnesses, attacks, and smear campaigns against her in the coming days, weeks, months, and years. Nevertheless, she emphasized that despite these challenges, she will remain committed to genuine public service addressing the real issues facing the country.
Naniniwala ako na may tamang panahon para sa lahat. Panahon ngayon ng aking pagtatrabaho. Tutuparin ko ang sinumpaang tungkulin. Uunahin ko ang mga tunay na suliranin. Uunahin ko ang Pilipino.
Meanwhile, it is recalled that the allegation against two Dutertes surfaced during the Senate hearing while discussing the issues involving Quiboloy and the alleged abuses. In said hearing, the witness identified as alias Rene, named by the former president and current vice president, who allegedly visited Glory Mountain to receive bags of firearms from Quiboloy. Vanessa Cleofas for EuroTV News.
We will be taking a very short break. Don't get away as your TV news thread returns. Issuance of an arrest warrant against two environmental activists Jed Tamano and Jonila Castro, the two have posted bail for the charges filed against them. Details of the story on this report.
Jed Tamano and Jonila Castro, the two environmental activists who claim to be abducted by military forces in September 2023, have posted bail for the grave oral defamation case filed against them. Based on their release order, the two have posted a bail amounting to 18,000 pesos, which is also the bail amount stated in the warrant of arrest order issued against them. Just this Wednesday, an arrest warrant order dated February 2 has been issued by Doña R. Trinidad Municipal Trial Court in Bulacan against Tamano and Castro for grave oral defamation charges. These charges were filed following their remarks against military forces during a press conference in September in which they revealed their case as an enforced disappearance rather than them surrendering as stated by the authorities. It can be remembered that Tamano and Castro were reported missing for 17 days, and when they were shown in a press conference, they revealed that they were allegedly abducted and were forced to surrender. The grave oral defamation cases came after approval of the Department of Justice to file the said charges, in which the resolution stated that it was an intentional decision of the two to state their grievances, claiming that it was to embarrass and tarnish the image of AFP. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has earlier granted a temporary protection order as well as writs of amparo and habeas data against some government officials and some members of the military. These orders were hereby granted after Tamano and Castro had submitted substantial evidence to support their claims. This is Mia Layagin for EuroTV News.
After ACT-CIS Representative Erwin Tulfo reveals that he proposed the Ayuda sa Kapos ang Kita program in the Congress, he assures that there will be no irregularity with the implementation of the program. Henry Nicolas has more details.
Na walang gano'n kasi nakaka-insulto. Brainchild ko yun pagkatapos gagamitin. Kaya nga nababanatan ako ngayon.
ACT-CIS Party List Representative Erwin Tulfo told reporters on Wednesday that he was insulted when he recently learned that the Ayuda sa Kapos and Kita or AKA program was allegedly linked to an anomaly. Recently, AKAP with a budget of 60 billion pesos in the National Expenditure Program or NEP has been in controversy due to the alleged text blast received by Senator Amy Marcos that the ACAP is being used to gather signatures in relation to the controversial PI. Tulfo insisted that the PI has nothing to do with ACAP, as he had previously said that he was the one who proposed the program when he was the Secretary of the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD. In a press conference held in Kapihan sa Adriatico, Tulfo said that he proposed the program or just to give aid to middle-class Filipinos who are not given government programs even though they are affected by the inflation rate. The legislator referring here are those employees earning 23,000 or less.
Binuo yung AKAP na yan bago pa ho itong Chacha, bago pa ho itong PI na ito, 2022 pa ho. Kaya ako nagulat ako nung pumutok na sa media yan, may nagsasabi na pambayad sa PI. So I talked to the speaker, sabi ko, sir, baka masira tayo dahil I coined the idea. Sabi niya, wala akong instruction, saan mo nabalitaan yan? Then pinatawag si Congressman Saldico ng APRO, sabi ni Chairman na ko, wala rin akong alam dyan. Then pinatawag si Secretary Rex Gatchalian, kasi daw may balita na ito rin pinamimigay ng mga mambabatas, etc. Sabi ni Secretary Gatchalian, wala akong idea, hindi pa namin na-implement yan. Ginagawa pa lang namin yung mga circular niyan, ginagawa pala namin ng IRR. So, paano pamimigay ho ito?
Tulfo believes that politics may be the reason why the Chamber and Senate are having a misunderstanding now. He also agreed with Senator Amy's statement that ACAP should first be given an IRR so that it can be properly distributed, which is why its implementation is still pending.
Politics so siguro, sir, di ba, politika, of course, malapit na po eleksyon. Pero ang sa akin lamang, pakiusap ko sana na wag naman sana magamit sa politika po itong ACAP. Kawawa po kasi yung taong bayan lagi naiipit ho eh. Pera naman ho ng taong bayan, pera natin lahat ho yan, pamimigay ho natin. Pag may accusations na ganito, na pinamigay sa ganon, ako ho mismo siguro tatayo ho dyan sa Kongreso at magpo-protesta because it is my brain, it was my idea na itong ACAP na ito.
Tulfo assured that ACAP cannot be used for any anomaly and promised that he himself will sue those who will try to use the program to collect signatures in PI.
And whoever is using it, kung ma-identify ninyo na politician ho yan, I will mention that politician's name. I promise you. Wala akong pakialam kasi congressman siya, senador siya, whoever he is, pag ginamit ko yung ACAP. Because there's already instruction and assurance from the Speaker of the House, wala siyang instruction na gamitin yung ACAP na yan para sa pagpapirma ng PI. There was no instruction. And then I also got the assurance from Secretary Rex Gatchalian.
Tulfo now wishes that the entanglement between the Chamber and the Senate be resolved, and they are ready to sit down to discuss laws that are in line with the public's welfare, particularly the RBH 6 and RBH 7. This is Henry Nicolas for your TV News.
As the Ana Road comes close to its completion, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. has expressed his confidence over the benefits of the road once it becomes accessible to the public. More details of this news from Vanessa Cleofas.
After several years of construction, the airport to New Clark City Access Road or ANAR in Mabalacat, Pampanga is nearing completion. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. personally witnessed the nearing completion of the ANAR Road, which is soon to be accessible to motorists. The road is expected to reduce travel time by up to 20 minutes from the previous 1-hour journey for those coming from other districts of Clark heading to New Clark City. According to the President, the 20-kilometer highway and the 19.81-kilometer 6-lane ANAR Road will not only enhance transportation efficiency but also contribute to boosting tourism and attracting investment in the country. The President also emphasized that such infrastructure projects align with the government commitment to build better, more, and world-class facilities.
This Clark International Airport to New Clark City Access Road, or ANAR, is a key component in boosting the Clark metropolis as an investment and tourism destination. Projects such as this all convey one message to prospective investors. It conveys the message that we are committed to building world-class infrastructure that can host the business in a high-growth area. The government is ready to provide adequate infrastructure and facilities to ensure the growth of their future investments.
At the same time, the President also reminded the Bases Conversion and Development Authority or BCDA to expedite the completion of the Einer Road.
So I ask you and the BCDA to ensure the completion of the remaining works for this 20-kilometer highway. It will also save commuters money as Einer is toll-free.
The government allocated 8.28 billion pesos for the Einer project. Meanwhile, the completion of the Einer Road is anticipated and it is expected to be fully operational by June 24 of this year. Vanessa Cleofas for Your TV News.
The Food and Drug Administration is collaborating with the Chamber of Cosmetics Industry of the Philippines or CCIP to strengthen the economy and local production of cosmetic products in the country. Dan Villegas for the report.
A collaboration between the Food and Drug Administration or FDA and the Chamber of Cosmetics Industry of the Philippines happened to accelerate the local production of cosmetic products. This initiative is also to strengthen the economy following the 10-point agenda for prosperity of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., where it emphasizes the strong and supported economy of the country. The FDA and CCIP meeting also addressed the challenges faced by the cosmetic industry and explored ways that the FDA might provide assistance to. The FDA is committed to enabling the industry to find solutions such as digitalization, thus realizing the vision of President Marcos Jr. to a prosperous and comfortable life for Filipinos under the Bagong Pilipinas. The collaboration of the two agencies is to empower the industry in making stronger product claims. This is Dan Villegas for Your TV News.
Curious to know the latest events in the entertainment world? Here's Angelica Galvez to bring you the latest updates with your favorite stars.
Actor Dominic Roque has clarified the alleged malicious remarks made by the entertainment reporter Christy Fermin, accusing him of making malicious defamatory innuendos against him. In a vlog released by Fermin, she allegedly mentioned an involvement of an alleged politician in the breakup of Bea and Dom. Dominic's camp strongly condemned the malicious and defamatory public statement made by Fermin. Dominic's camp strongly condemned the malicious and defamatory public statements made by Fermin. They assert that Fermin's report was made under a guise and without confirmation from the actor. Dominic also addressed the issues such as alleged condo unit shown at him and the involvement of the Pitan City Mayor Bullet Holosos, who was implied to be a benefactor. Mayor Holosos has also released a statement to clarify their relationship with Dominic. He mentioned that he and Dominic have been friends for almost 10 years. He also clarified that the condo unit that Dominic resides in is owned by Mayor Holosos, but Mayor Holosos has converted it into Airbnb. Additionally, Dominic's camp clarified that Dominic does not own Clean Fuel. Clean Fuel has also released a statement regarding this matter. Dominic has also clarified that he and Bea never discussed anything regarding a prenuptial agreement. In other showbiz news, former Miss Universe Philippines Maxine Medina and her husband Timmy Liana have shared that they are expecting their first child. In her Instagram post, Maxine shared a picture holding an ultrasound image of their little one. Maxine stated in the post that they are thrilled to share the precious news. They are expecting their first little bundle of joy. They mentioned that their hearts are filled with excessive love and excitement for the start of their journey into parenthood. Maxine and Timmy got married in 2023 after being a couple for 4 years. However, Matteo Guidicelli is still on cloud 9 after celebrating his 4th wedding anniversary with his partner, Sara Geronimo. In Mateo's Instagram post, he shared sweet photos of Sarah along with a sweet message for their anniversary. The caption says, 4 years of love, completing it with all the emotions one can imagine. He further described life with Sarah as magical and unexplainable. Mateo also expressed his excitement for more years to come with Sarah. The celebrity couple got married in February 2020. Kapamilya star Francine Diaz teased a collaboration single with South Korean singer-actor Seo In-guk. In Francine's Instagram post, she shared a teaser video of the song My Love along with the announcement of its releasing date. In her caption, Francine stated that pinch me because dreams really do come true. Their collaboration song will be heard on March 2.
And that's the latest news for tonight. You may visit yourtvph.com for more news and information. In behalf of Alvin Pelobello, this is Mia Layagin. You may also catch our broadcast live in our social media accounts and via Pinoy Extreme channel. I am KRIZZA Lopez. This is your TV News Thread. Stay safe and have a good night, everyone.